hell, he's not going anyplace. Just stepped outside to get his newspaper. He's going right back in.
Well, excuse me, I heard a little change in the signal, and I assumed that he was...
You and your signals. Hardware, software, home and devices. In the old days, this was the only hardware we ever needed. Yes, me, it's still the best equipment we got.
You were up all night?
You look beautiful. Yeah, I've had champagne keep me awake before. But never champagne I didn't drink.
Harry really knew how to get to you by sending that to you, didn't he?
Yeah, when this bottle showed up, it told me two things I don't like. Number one, he knows where we live. Number two, he knows when we're here and when we're not.
So he was watching us?
What makes you think he stopped?
Why does someone do it?
What?
Become an agent? I mean, why does somebody do it? You're always hiding. You're never in the same place. I mean, you don't have time to be a friend or a lover or a husband.
Some guys need a war to fight, and they need to feel they can make a difference.
Was that what it was for you?
No.
Then why?
Well, my reasons weren't noble. I was just running, and the job seemed to be as good a way as any to keep moving.
What were you running from?
Oh, baby, I told you about those days. You know, it was a crazy time. I was helping the old master put out oil rig fires when the agency contacted me, and sounded big, sounded dramatic. My ego said, let's do it.
And all this was to get your mind off Victoria?
Well, you gotta understand, when things didn't work out between the two of us, I felt a need to find out what I really wanted to do with my life. I felt like a fool. I needed to find some meaning. I went on a search. The agency did not provide that meaning.
Why is that?
The game doesn't work the way they explain it to you. You know, the distinctions get blurred. They tell you there's our side and their side, but you figure out that we're doing the same things they're doing, and we're doing them the same way they're doing it. It just... After a while, you can't figure out who the bad guys are. And that's what happened to Harry. He just, well, he finally chose the wrong team.
I can't imagine that ever happening to you.
Yeah, well, that's only because I got lucky. You see, something came along that delivered me from all these considerations. The meaning that I was looking for walked right up to me in the form of the most remarkable woman I've ever met. And just like that, my search was over. And my life began. The quirk of Harry's.
What?
He was never averse to paying for female companionship. Whenever we'd hit a new town, he'd always muster a list of all the high-class call girls. Sometimes he'd even pick somebody up off the street. The only requirement was she had to have red hair.
Really? Why a redhead?
Well, there was a girl when he was a young guy, and she meant a lot to him. Something happened to her, and she was a redhead. It became a thing with him.
So you think this quirk that you remembered is going to be able to help us?
Yeah, well, if he has made contact with a prostitute since he came to Santa Barbara, we could use her to track him down. I called a buddy at the force, and he gave me a list of the ladies of the evening he knows who have, well, he knows, professionally speaking, who have red hair. Now, this one here is out of the business, supposedly.
Out of the business.
She's working in L.A.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody has seen her for weeks. That leaves those two ladies, and I'm going to speak to them as soon as I can.
Valerie Hart and Tiffany Mallory.
Yeah, I was thinking I would start with Tiffany.
Not Without me, you're not. You see, I have always wanted to meet Tiffany.
I think you're about to. And it's very important, as we explained, that we locate this man immediately.
Why, is he sick or something?
He could be extremely sick, and it's our job to make sure illness doesn't spread.
Oh, my God.
But if you don't know him, then you have nothing to worry about.
Right. Well, look, folks, I have to hit the road, so...
Well,
Yeah.
thank you for your time.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Hi.
Hey, look, is this guy really sick or what?
Was he a customer of yours?
Yeah, once or twice.
Where?
My place.
And he looks pretty much like the picture I showed you?
Yeah, except different clothes. I mean, he was dressed like a cowboy, and he said he has this ranch in the Santa Ynez Valley.
Did he give you a name?
Bart. But it's probably fake. I mean, that's par for the course.
Uh-huh. How did he find you?
I ran an ad in the personals. I guess you read it.
What did it say?
Redhead with zest for life seeks male with equal zest, and then I just put my phone number.
Oh, hi, Scott.
Hi.
Hope you don't mind. We need to speak with your patient here for a minute.
Can't you two find another hospital to play detectives in?
Detectives. They said they were doctors. They said I might be sick. I mean, they scared me half to death.
We didn't mean to frighten you, but when you wouldn't tell us about this man and you wouldn't talk to us, what did you expect?
I don't believe it. You guys get me running over here like some crazy person to get my blood checked.
Well, the tests were fine. If that makes you feel any better, you can pick up the results with the nurse outside. I'm sorry I gotta leave, but one of these days you gotta fill me in on this one, all right?
Yes. You bet, man. Well, I guess we owe you an apology.
Oh, hey, forget it. I should have known. Creeps.
Oh, come on now. We'll pay for the blood test. Besides, if I were you, I'd be a little curious about my health anyway. Your line of work is pretty risky these days.
Yeah, especially when I get hassled by people like
We
you.
weren't trying to hassle you. Now, this guy may not be sick, but he's dangerous.
That's true. And we gotta have your help if we're gonna find him.
Castillo's leaving with the hooker. What do we do now?
Would you put that thing away? I'll call the boss.
Okay? So, you want to find this guy? Find him yourself.
Tiffany, we can't do it without you.
How do you expect me to help?
Something tells me this guy is gonna call you again. Now, if you let us monitor your phone for a while, maybe we can track him down.
I don't know. I mean, who is this guy? What has he done that is supposed to make him so dangerous?
He likes to kill people, and he's good at it.
What? Wait, he knows where I live.
Exactly, so maybe you should help us. Maybe you need us around. Maybe then nothing bad will happen to you. What do you say? We got a deal or what?
God.
Oh, I don't believe this.
Do you think this was Bart or Harry or whatever his name is?
Who knows? But you ought to thank your lucky stars you weren't here when they did this.
Get out of here.
No, it's gonna be all right. We said we wouldn't let anybody hurt you, and we meant it.
What does he want from me?
I don't know about this, Eden. This ain't Harry's style.
Well, then if it wasn't Harry, then